Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another thrilling episode of Tard Town. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing long hallways, liminal spaces. See, this is scary because it's a long hallway and it's a transitional period and you're alone and my mommy's not here with me in the mall. I've lost her in the aisles. This is frightening. This is just like the Mario 64 paintings, which are also scary because they're things that you recognize. So, paintings in long hallways, pretty terrifying. Sorry, I almost pissed myself while watching this frightening analog horror. I'm surprised that nobody has made an Epic Mickey analog horror yet. But if I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure it should stay that way. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing an art medium that's been done 1,000 times. Because, as long as you're doing it well, ain't nothing wrong with that. The issue, right, is that, I know how some people in this community are, and if they do analog horror, it's gonna be some of the least frightening shit I've ever seen. It's just gonna be, those realistic eyes, that wacky looking smile, and it's gonna be like VHS filter to show that it's old, but then suddenly it freezes, and they're creepy faces. But, another plot twist? Maybe one of these characters are looking straight at you. And maybe, just maybe, they're breaking the fourth wall, speaking to the viewer, threatening them. Revolutionary concept. Scares me every time. I feel like a lot of analog horror series are becoming kind of the same, and I know by saying that there's gonna be one guy who's all like, you should watch insert analog horror here. But that's just kind of a thing with the internet. When something becomes popular, people just, when they replicate that kind of thing, they usually do it the same way almost every time. When something becomes a trend among artistic people, I tried not to say the other word, although that does include the same kind of people. Whenever a trend becomes big among artistic people on the internet, like, it really becomes a big trend. Everyone does it, everyone's talking about it, and everyone's like, wow, look, I'm really into this new trend, isn't it cool that we're referencing it now? And a lot of the time they just do it in the same way with little alterations, which, I think is kind of boring. This is the part where people say, well, fear is subjective. I'm like, alright, yeah, the Mario 64 paintings are creepier than you think. You see, it's creepy because it's places, it's scary. The EXE. Oh, hit my mic. The EXE games are scary because it's characters you know. And also, it's a long hallway, and nobody's in there with me in the mall, because I got lost in the wrong aisle. See, shit I find scary is stuff like Splatterhouse. That's scary, even though I'm not in, like, full Shiver Me Timbers mode when I'm playing it. But, I find stuff like that more scary. Alright, real quick. I know we were just yammering about stuff, but, like, this view is, like, more off-putting than liminal space. Because, it's like this big, ominous mountain looming over the distance, looming over Oztown. And, there's a pretty good contrast between that and Oztown. That, and also the fact that it's a long hallway, and it's characters you've seen before. I remember now. You gotta thin this thing. Alright, so my dad showed me this clip. Well, no, he didn't show me. Well, he did, but the way it started was he was watching videos on his phone right next to me, and I heard one of the videos. In one of the videos, there's this girl who said, "Cocktua." So already we're off to a bad start. My ears start tingling, because, you know, I just heard a Satan spell. Somebody was trying to summon some evil there. I said to my dad, "Hold up, what did she just say?" And he showed me the video. The caption said, "The next Hawk-Tua girl." So basically, it was a bunch of these, like, really, really dumb young adult women. Not as dumb as me. One of them was doing this penis sucking motion, making glorp glorp sounds, and then her friend came over and it was like, "Cock-Tua, spit on that thing." This is what we're dealing with now. Just so you know. Like, everyone says that it's... Oh, Gen Alpha is the one about all the brain rot. But, like, it's Gen Z's fault. Alright? Objectively, it's Gen Z's fault. The thing with brain rot is that Zoomers and Gen Alpha kids joke about how it's brain rot because it literally rots your brain. But no, dude, it genuinely does rot your brain and make you retarded. Because you can't think normally. Every waking moment for you is just objectively unfunny, terrible goy slop 24/7. Because you don't have the attention span for anything else, so every day, every second for you is just find the next clip, find the next funny clip that spams 1,000,000,000,000 brain rot terms. What really started this whole theory for me was I was looking, because, you know, back when Skibidi Toilet first got big, I looked at one of the videos myself, and then all the comment sections were from Gen Z kids going, "Bro really ruined a whole generation," and then a bunch of spamming emojis, and it's like, look at the way you guys talk, the way you use all these terms. You're the ones who are brain rotted. Bro ruined a whole generation. You guys ruined a whole generation. You ruined yourselves too. Something that I'm realizing is that I'm not very good at explaining things while I'm recording, at least without a script. Like, one-to-one conversation, it would go a bit better. I don't know what it is about recording without a script that makes me so horrible at this. Oh, dude, I just remembered something else. So, one of my friend's dad, I think it was his dad. I don't remember exactly which family member he was talking about, but I think I remember him mentioning that his dad, like, really does not like South Koreans for, quote, like, having bad morals and, like, being criminals. I'm partially South Korean, and I know nothing about this. So, I don't know if he's right or wrong. I don't know. Maybe if I were to talk to his dad, though, maybe he'd be based. Maybe we'd agree on some things, because I'm just personally not too offended when somebody mentions or talks about, like, things they don't like Asian people doing. Mainly because I also do it. There's a lot of shit I complain about that Asian races do, like the Japanese. Even though I'm partially Japanese. People in Japan need to stop being so addicted to porn and being degenerate. And also they need to learn how to be funny. Like, there's this whole YouTube compilation I watched of funny moves in fighting games. And notice how most of the Japanese ones were cringe overload. Most of the time, the jokes had to do with some sexual degeneracy, or things that could be perceived as, awkward. The joke is that it's awkward and it looks like they're doing something sexual. or just someone's fetish. People need to stop using, but this is subjective, to just justify terrible things. I get that things are opinion-based, but by saying that it's 100% subjective, you're taking away the skill that it takes to create something genuinely good. By saying that it's 100% subjective, you are, in a way, saying that there's no difference between something that's good and something that's trash. So, like, with that kind of logic, why try to make anything good? Why have skill in anything? That's my problem with it. Oh, and also a lot of the men need to stop groping women. But I don't know, maybe the women in Japan are kind of into it. So, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong and they actually hate it and they're trying to stop it, but I don't know, man. We're not giving you the ice cream because you actually want flowers, isn't that right? Yes. So, actually, we gotta get more flowers so that Damien Saul can finally milk his cow. Here we go again. Squeeze that udder to get milk for the kids, then for you. You know how it is. Flowers. And skip it, because I've already seen it. Oh yeah. Gimme. Now. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Boulder. I don't need it. See, this boulder is for players who don't know how to double jump. This is a feature we've added for people who aren't actually interested in our game at all. Wonder where I've seen a feature like that before. Let me... Oh, it'd be so cool if you could actually go up there. Okay, game, you're making this real difficult, aren't you? Yup. They made more areas slippery. I can't stand on the pipes anymore. Sad day for Wastelanders. Oh, no! Oh, not again! You've got to be kidding me. No! Please! Oh my god. No shot. Not again. Blah. 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 Oh yeah. Yes, thank you very much. Now shut the hell up and let me move. Come on! You guys already know. You already know. Oh, right, the symbols. It's the average Roblox myth game. Ouch. You'll have to find these images hidden behind walls. These images are actually symbols that, when put together in specifically the right order, convey a message. You'll then have to use a decoding website. To, guess what, decode the message. And the message may shock you, and it's some generic, quote-unquote, creepy message. I thought the concept of myth games were so awesome, and I loved watching the videos on them. And, you know, I still do. Uh-oh. Oh. That was a little nefarious, don't you think, Purple Lamp? Alright, my little tardlings. That's enough for this video. See you next time. Wee